Alright, man, let's get the show on the boat.
Alright,
Man, this is the Dojo podcast, season 15, episode
14.
14, man.
14, I think.
Yeah. We're nearly getting there to episode
Nearly
20.
done, got the season.
Yeah, nearly done with the
4 more
season,
to
man.
go.
Yeah, pa.
6 more to go.
Yeah, 6 more to go.
Yeah.
Alright, man, we had a good episode last week. Now we're back once again. A few plugs before we, get the show on the road. What are we plugging?
We're not plugging an event. We thought we would be able to plug it.
Yes, this
but
week,
we'll,
but
we'll probably plug it
soon. Let's leave them at soon.
next off.
No.
That's not even English.
Yeah, let's leave them at soon.
But what we are cooking.
Yes, we are cooking.
We are cooking. We hope you're gonna like what we're cooking.
Yeah, man. And
Tshepi sa ntse nkga anyanese. Le beef stock. Mara ha o so phakile. Yeah, mara ka re a pheha hantle, so we're gonna have some news later in the episodes for the event.
Sure.
The match, we'll get to the match.
Yeah. No, shout outs to West 22 again.
Shout out to West 22, our
once
host
again.
and our home.
Yeah, for the
also
season.
Your people, if you want to have some content, shooting, visuals, photography, holla at them.
Yeah.
Then the people that pay our lights.
Yes.
www.uzirionline.co.za,
Yeah, bo.
which is an e-commerce vendor platform where you can come showcase the things that you have made yourself, your cousin or whoever, where you can go as a shopper if you are looking for things that are done by people ka di hustle tsa bona,
Exactly,
particularly local people.
Exactly, man. And we got one such person.
We've got one such person. Yes.
Visiting us today, and it's an interesting one.
But let's only tattoo.
Yeah. You know.
So they probably
That is the whole. Kishobi never to be put on yeah, but yeah. Kim Tiswaro for now.
Yeah, for the segment.
Yeah, for the segment, man. And homie is selling something very interesting on Uzuri there. Interesting products. I think the brand is called Honey Bun, innit?
Honey Bun. Yes.
Honey Bun. And Honey Bun.
Honey Bunny.
Honey Bun.
Honey
Yes,
Bun.
Honey Bun.
Yeah.
Honey with HUNNY.
BUNN.
Yes.
Honey Bun. Not honey.
No, not a honey.
Yeah.
Sing my map.
And Honey Bun ba specializer in the toys tsa batho ba baholo.
Yeah.
Tsa thobala.
Yeah, toys for adults.
Kamanya.
Yeah, adult toys. Yeah, maybe let's use this opportunity for you to let us know how this came about.
Yeah.
And
story,
why.
what's your story?
Yeah, and why 6 toys?
Why the toys?
Yeah.
So Honey Bun is 8 years old this year.
Yeah.
Honey Bun is 8 years
Wow,
old.
you've been running it for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You do it,
So
man.
the name is Dominic Mabaso.
Sure.
I've been selling sex toys for the past 8 years.
8 years.
And a lot of people ask me, but why this field?
industry, yeah.
What's up, And for me, I think it started because I saw a gap in conversation. Or Klambe will sit like this.
As Majid.
As Machita. And I'll say, hey, gents, I like sticking my tongue up a girl's ass.
Okay. Oh,
And
gosh.
then I utabang at
Right off
you.
the bed.
Utabang at gosh.
Bravo.
Utabang at gosh.
Yeah. Hey.
And then when you mention something, I enjoy sucking toes. Mina.
Yeah.
No S in the tongue in the S.
You find that gross.
dog, it's nah, bro.
What's up with that? Yo, where they do that at?
Yeah,
You know?
understand.
Yeah.
So for me it was that, but with a lot of conversations, man, where it would be a miss, and I think I'm right, tabang at, and then it just became very confusing for me. So I sat down and I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on here? Like what's what? Yini, like how do we?
Yeah, man.
And I think through that it led me on investigation, it is any ngahamba to the point where I was like, nah, fuck, let me do this. And the best way to start would be masturbation.
Sure,
Yep.
sure,
That's
sure.
more common, yeah.
Sure.
We all masturbate.
Yeah.
We've all
Hoi, boo.
masturbated.
Hoi, boo.
Akwazi wasikomora.
Oh, he was inspired about.
Akwazi wasikomora.
On what research are you basing this company of yours?
Awukaze wasikomora
This company
na.
was not started on research.
It's that thing, because now that leads to the question, because how do you even break, because Renale, it's sort of like, especially amongst Majita, we do speak about sex, ne? Mara, it's always from a point as if we the sex champion.
Yes.
You know, everything we do is perfect. Niggas don't really want to be
Into their fetishes.
Yeah,
as
niggas
well.
don't really want to talk the real about how they experience sex in real life.
Sure.
So how did you think about breaking the barrier to even discuss sex toys limachi? And them accepting them?
I think Mina, I was very straightforward, very honest. Ukhuluma ngokuskomora. So you can't make me seem stupid for masturbating, which is something you do.
Yeah.
You understand? I've done, I will do. And if you say, come
That
on
a
my
lo-
face,
yeah.
it was komora onto a girl's face.
Yes,
And
wow.
I will say it, you
it's
understand?
okay.
I feel you, dog.
And imagine if you have a problem.
I feel you, dog.
Jess wants this.
To take
And I
yeah.
get the whole.
Grand.
I want to
Grand.
get. Okay.
I'm a yes over.
Yeah.
Give it back.
Oh, you're yes over.
Yeah, I'm a
You
yes
busy
over.
with the bone again.
Of
course you'll be sober.
So you decided the direct approach in chat.
Yeah, direct approach. Uguti, hey guys, we're human, man, and I don't understand what's so weird with exploring your own body.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
mara wena wakhona ukopa mamina read uti ribuwa more, and it's fine.
For sure.
And I must be okay with that. You understand?
Sure.
So I think for me now it was that the whole masturbation approach and the benefits of masturbation, what it can do, you know. And there was this thing even growing up to say, okay, you must, that post-nut clarity, or before a girl comes, so you don't come quick. You know, all those little things.
Yeah,
Keep it around.
on Taiwan.
Yeah, but it sounds nice when you do that. Antwana na fit like cancer one before, but when you say, "Oh, uskomorile," then it's like,
Yeah.
na kiskomo.
There's because especially in black societies, there's a stigma around masturbation. And that's why even in English, like, you're a wanker. It was said
Yeah.
to shame you.
Uh-huh.
You're a wanker.
Yes.
Then the positive thing, which what you are bringing in, is that when we were growing up, we had to wait this, premature ejaculation or being
Yes.
a 30-second man or whatever.
Yes.
And then we realized actually masturbation can help.
Yes.
Can help her. Before she comes, you rub one out.
Yes.
So when you get your second round to her, she thinks
It's
she
your
counts
first.
one.
First,
And
yeah.
she now says, "You out young shang
Yeah.
first round."
Kantiki, you're already on the
For you,
second.
you're on
Yeah.
second.
Second.
So nam ndizasendiku second mos.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Nam I masturbated before I came over to your house.
Oh, is that the thing with women too?
Do women do that?
Yes.
Why?
Okay.
Because kaloku mhlambi
Or you
I
really
need
wanna
to
get that
also get
orgasm
into
out.
the mood also like
Oh, just in preparation.
yes.
I didn't know that's a thing.
Okay.
Hayi,
Okay.
nambe ngayazi.
I had no idea.
Yeah, but we put so much shame on masturbation, but we pick and choose. You understand? Because now it seems cute, okay, it seems cool.
Yeah.
But because the cool part is that I hit. But before I hit, I masturbate. So that big thing will almost, downplay it.
Downplay it.
Kate babo skomorile. And that's okay. It's your body, you
yeah.
understand? And now, like, one of the best benefits of the masturbation is that you learn how to control.
Yes.
You know how to
Because you're learning your
Yes.
body.
Yeah, because
Yes.
you know how your body works. You know, okay, when I reach
Yes.
this point, I would most have fun. I say, hey, I was so coming. But now when you know, okay, certain points get me wherever,
Yeah.
then
Sure.
you become.
Sure. Basically, you learn your body much better.
Yes.
You know, you or when I like aging, it's like getting yourself there.
Yeah,
maka.
Yeah.
Man, but I feel him though. I feel him.
And you know how far you will go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
They put so much shame on masturbation. If you masturbate, you're gonna get hair.
You're gonna what?
No such thing.
Ayikho.
It's the superstition.
Yeah.
You understand? So there's all you, but now you must also remember there are cultural, religious
Religious
things
stigmas
and all-
around it, yeah.
Which because now they'll make you feel like Jesus is watching you when you masturbate. And
He
we
is.
believe in it.
He is.
So
He is watching you. He's watching you. He's just watching you when you do everything. It's
Exactly.
not just on your masturbation.
Yeah,
So
yes. But umuntu okhona, you lie the whole
Yeah,
day.
man.
But
Yeah,
umuntu
man.
uSkomoro feel ngathi, "Eish, nah."
And happy masturbation is the best way to get to know what you like.
I do like that point about it.
Because how is someone else going to please you when you don't know
Exactly.
you know what gets you off?
Exactly.
Why?
And this goes both men and women. That's why sometimes I have like a chat and feel some type of way when a woman who doesn't masturbate, for example, I masturbate. Akawazi umzimba wakhe. But you expect so much from me. You expect so much. I must
was
know how
Khalid's
to
way.
make you squirt. I must know how to make all these things. Mara khula wena. So same can be said. Nami, if a girl's giving me a hand job, I'm going to tweet about not to gear golf one. So I've got no leg to stand on. It's,
Nah, I feel you, man. I feel you.
So when I know these things, so that's like the first layer
Yeah.
to know yourself. And I feel like once you know yourself, and then you can start opening up the conversation. Now that's where the conversation and your communication comes in. Because we always throw around we must communicate with your partner. It's not that easy. We throw that term around very loosely.
Yeah.
Understand? But now if you
And then
understand a
people,
certain
women will
basis,
shame you.
And a lot of couples don't have sex but don't speak about it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no kikare performance review of what just happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm
Post-match
saying?
analysis.
Yeah, post-match analysis. There's nothing.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Majita shy and
I
Jema
wanna
doesn't
ask,
speak. Yeah.
because you are bringing a good point about communication. Have you ever told the man that this is how I want you to do it for me too?
No.
Yeah, but
You expect him just to know. Ne?
But I get very excited. Like I like to tell you that you did a good job afterwards if
they did
But
it.
in
did
the
a
act,
good job.
in the act, you don't tell me. Would focus on this.
No, like when it feels good, then I will tell you that right there is
Okay.
Oh, that's
Yes.
the
Yes.
spot. Okay.
But
okay.
it don't be a matter of
like I'm not gonna direct you, but you will know when I'm having a good time with what you're doing.
Okay, then how does Honey Bun and the things that you sell then help us facilitate this thing?
Yeah.
You know, between couples and or maybe just in
Sure.
as Mjito or just a woman as in Bun.
Sure. Okay, so with Honey Bun, ne, so when I started selling the sex toys, I sold the sex toys. But shortly after, I realized, even from the business perspective, you know what, ne, for me to almost push, I need to educate.
Sure.
And then the point education became
Very
like the
important.
main focus now. You know, where I will say, hey, sister, you have mhlambe bohleka kuphuma umchamo. Do you know what it could be urinary incontinence yabona? So Kegel exercises might help with da. Now she understands like, oh, okay, I can get Kegel balls and do exercises that will help tighten pelvic floor muscles, da. You know, speak to Mchita, mfana, I nut fast after a round, what. Oh, okay, Mamela, I've got something for that. There's a penis pump. You can try da. You see? So the more you know, the more you...
The more yeah,
So instead of selling it more around pleasure first, you looked at a pain point first around sex or around
and educating.
sexuality.
Yeah. But so the main thing, number one, to understand. And obviously, for you to understand, you need to know, okay, this is this. There's no shame. Jesus is watching regardless.
Yeah.
And from Lapo, and then you also know the types of toys that are there. So, for example, I'll get asked, okay, but now how do I introduce sex toys to a relationship? Because if you have a partner, I'll say koi one.
Yeah.
So you educated, you know, but now how do I say, hey, Tabang, because Tabang was scared to touch silicone. So I say, hey, sister, now we don't get there with a dong, which is 30 centimeters, big black cock.
Yeah, and the scales,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Hey,
Tabang uzobale.
Yeah, it's gonna run away.
Because now you wouldn't like it if he came with a fist for anal.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I know.
So just baby steps, like a 6 position ties, you know,
Yeah.
maybe lingerie, massage oil. I want
Get
like
in
the
the
small,
mood, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that body candle candle wax, I wanna play with izinto around the house, and then slowly but surely, Dallas Pila is fine. Just slowly but surely, and just gradually move your way up. So yeah, and especially in the black community, man, I wanna zining is into where we are made to believe what has this fanelanga. Even we say I get into what
They can be brought to the fore.
yeah, and how is sex in Totamahoa if abantwana baningi?
Bazalo, yeah.
We
Clearly
are
we are
born,
having sex.
yes.
Yeah, but
And it looks like we have the most.
like, you know, even like as a woman, then you also mhlawumbe uthi yo awuzonenza izinto wayengazenzi namahule wakhe ezizinto wayafuna uzozenza nami.
Yes. Kanti umuntu wakho must be your hule.
Yeah.
Ufuna uhule mina la.
I'm just wondering, Maji. Or what I remember, like bo lady, like who know that, like, you know, these guys back somebody tap away, couple body board. They will come door to door.
As a selling model.
Yeah, but already the brochure will how the port and whatnot. And really demonstrate.
Sure.
I'm wondering how you are doing, like with the, especially Kokasi, like what are your models to get people to even think about? Because
Consider us,
because I can just imagine Usunto Kenan
Sure.
Yeah, it is. So
we've actually got something very similar to that model.
Yeah.
So we call it the Bunnies Club.
Bunnies Club.
The Bunnies Club. Mhlambe umbali will almost have like a kitchen party type of thing. They go pajama party with the friends. Hey guys, today we also have male strippers, female strippers. So if they want to, you know, ube patinyana, you know, then we'll display all the toys. They talk about it, they share.
Sort of like you create a safe environment for them to.
And then they can now wholesale and do it in wherever you're from in your own community, and you host that. Because now this is not like selling insurance, you know. And I used to say this to even Sibu, my bra, like I can literally go to any setting and start talking about sex. Sex, excited. Keep so that's the nice thing. Sex really does, you know. And that's why I always emphasize there must be the education aspect, especially because still and we know how we have been made to feel taboos and all of that. So once we understand. And even on the Honey Bun page, if you have a look, there's a lot of educational posts. There's groove here and there. We're doing this. Like the life we know.
It becomes a lifestyle thing.
It becomes a lifestyle thing. So that's
So education at the forefront, and then we sell you the product.
And then we sell you the product.
Do you have an example, a client whose transformation you've been able to witness, like maybe somebody or they are very, very conservative, closed in, because those are the stories that probably you want. But then after you've introduced them to this, like maybe how their personality, how they started opening up, like the type of feedback they started giving you.
No, there's actually quite a lot of examples about it, because in the 8 years, there's people I've been with from day one. Today,
Money increase.
Yeah.
The size of things.
This nigga
So there are people where we are born. You will hear stories, you know, because we become like bras. She'll say, I'm finally young, I say, or the lady will come and tell you what I know. Brur, he's the one now suggesting we try vibrating cock rings and all of that. So there's a lady friend of mine. So I get reviews on different toys. So there's this rose toy. The rose toy is I've heard of
that.
Yeah, rose toy is really powerful. So it's a clit stimulator. So in Mbobo, at the top, so it has a suction function. So it imitates oral play. So it vibrates, it sucks. But now she loves that toy, at least like but she hates the toy at the same time because it makes her squirt, and she wasn't aware.
And now, squirt.
Yes. And imagine for her, she's one of those very super clean. And imagine she hates that immense. She even said, you understand? So it's
like
that,
I don't have control.
Like she doesn't have control. And then there's another story. I think for me, this was like one of the coolest things. I was like, oh, okay, I know, sure, shout out, God, you know. So calling into Anna, after a while, he comes back. He's like, "Hey, dog," because he saw Guti, the page is run by me, so he felt like, "Oh, okay, can I?" So he DM'd me.
safer, yeah.
Yabo. So I was like, "Hey, dog, I've never been with a woman. I mean, I'm obese. I never leave the house. I can't leave the house. What? Bought a pocket pussy." It was like, this is the first thing, the closest thing I've ever had to just fazane,
Yeah.
And it made me feel like, oh, okay, I can also do something.
Yeah.
So for him, I was like, nah, shout out, dog. And for me, that was like, so you get all these stories from different people, because we forget to there are people that have insecurities about their
Social
bodies,
anxiety,
social anxiety, all those things. And they also want to, I go shoot much about anxiety, interacting abantu, or you shouldn't feel something, or you shouldn't get a boner, or because all those things will still play their role. You understand?
Yeah.
So
and we underplay like how anxiety and things like that can prevent people for doing something that it seems so natural to all of us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I can see how like these toys can be a bridge.
Yeah.
Maybe to help someone gain a bit more confidence.
Sure.
Yeah, and then maybe try to take it a step further and maybe trying to connect with someone for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Yeah, because we forget, because we have disorders, we have, like, okay, so what does sex look like for a person with anxiety? What does sex look like for a person with depression? How does sex look like for a person with disabilities and all those things? But those are things we don't worry ourselves with because I mean, I'm right. You understand? Because kona enye look, when they say this person has a micro penis, hey, peeping on, are you joke writing?
Yeah, we
it's
laugh,
also shit, nigga, get better. You understand?
Yeah.
And it's very hard because even we make fun. Abo cherry, and it becomes such a thing. And look, what about umuntu ofana na loyo? Like, what do you do? And some people, but now some of the brewers overcompensate in other departments.
Yeah, like maybe oral.
Yeah. Like it just differs, but there are so many layers to inkinga esinazo because I'm sure each and every person has a sex story. It is in
And
it.
also
Might
I
not be
think-
the greatest, might,
Masi abantu, like I think, just thinking about it is that when we talk about sex, we focus so much on the organ, as the tool. Whereas, like maybe with what you are sharing, there's a lot that people bring to sex. It's personality, it's your mind state. It's your physical body outside the organ itself. And I think those are the things that people need to be cognizant of. That's what sex is. Like, for example, let's say if somebody out there doesn't have the organ, because we always highlight and over focus on the organ, but you can still have a pleasurable sexual experience if you are able to be open-minded and find other ways. Because umbali can say, actually, the person that made me squirt is actually not the guy with the biggest dick. But yet we as guys, we always put the bigger on the side,
organ. Yes.
and then only because then we don't want to learn ibori umuntu.
Yes.
But somebody else, they are more susceptible to touch.
Yes.
To maybe to tongue or to something else. But we always just focus on the dick, and that's why even like when you feel like you have like erectile dysfunction, you feel like that's the end of sex.
Sure.
And maybe I think those are the conversations that maybe are bridged by some of the tools that you bring to the table.
100%. And Amanje, into that's also very important. It doesn't have to be the organ itself. Like foreplay, for example. Your foreplay starts with a good morning text. Say, yo, what's up, later on, a little nude there if she likes toes. And then you gradually build, and then the end would be like the last point of the sexual experience maybe would be the orgasm. But what happens, because orgasm will last, the feeling will last 5-6 seconds and then it's done. But what happened throughout lapo could be more pleasurable or more enjoyable than the
end
part at the end, because like I've had experiences where even the penetration wasn't as great as everything
whole-
else.
Yeah,
process.
that's what I saw. The
Yeah,
whole,
'cause-
the journey, the game
Yes,
that was
the way
made.
she looked, the way she planned everything, on shyly hot bath, when lingerie, she was doing some nice things. I enjoyed that way more than the penetrating
In
her.
fact, sometimes the penetration almost spells the end.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
they
but
feel
yeah,
like, say,
man,
penny.
I want to go back.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
And
it changes how you think about sex.
Sure,
really.
you know, and I was actually having this conversation. I don't know if I spoke to Siva about this the other time. Ukuthi, I feel like women enjoy sex more than men. Yabo. And like this is a very personal thing. Yabo. I'm not saying. Ne? Yeah.
Do you think, Zomba?
Wait, first justify why
Yeah,
you said that.
Because being sure, so having this chat, I'm like, "Eish, maramfana mina." Oh yeah, the conversation came where we were talking about how women can be stigmatized, or a girl can stay with a brother and say, "Eish, show me, wait, eish, what the hell, rafu, Mara." At least the game good though. Yeah, something I was thinking it bra. I mean, I don't think Kilconi Kekim Club in tolerating nonsense because limnandi. You know. So the conversation went to, I'm trying to think, like, do I really enjoy sex? Like the penetration, sharp. Bengena ne? Hey, go home, gumnandi. And then okay, yabo. I don't enjoy every single stroke. Yo.
Yes. I was about to say it's because you've never been penetrated. You've never been. Okay, sorry. I'm of the assumption that you've
Yeah.
never been. I'm so sorry
Yes.
to assume that.
Yes.
It's because upenetratwa
Gumnandi.
is like nothing else in this world.
Gotcha.
Yabo, so that's why I don't think.
There's, like I don't have enough English.
So I don't think mina the way ngakhona I enjoy sex as much as a woman does.
Yeah.
I think,
The penetrative part.
Yes.
Ngoba look enjoy we sanget.
because
So
she
Boshaya-
enjoys the friction.
Yes.
And the
And when you
contact.
hitting and you know
When as a man, I think a lot of times, because remember, men have an ego, right? And what's important, so during sex, especially strokes, a woman has a physical sensation. It's more pleasurable to her. Whereas with us, because it's the ego, I could be turned off by how she screams or how she reacts to my game. Right?
Yes.
You know, like what I'm able to exert myself. Sometimes that can turn me on, and watching that, she enjoys it.
Yeah.
So that's the psychological thing, which is very consummate about the character of masculinity. As a man, like, you are stroking my ego. That's why a man is more interested in, like, you can't
yeah.
and nigga is not preoccupied with who can enjoy his it's almost like it's
Yeah.
possessive
About me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wanna, like for me, like I've always thought, for women it would be the whole thing, like the whole experience, like because, well, I can only speak on my experience. Sorry, like a lot of women don't get a lot of pleasure from actually the penetrative sex itself. It's more the foreplay because. Then the guy gets to concentrate more on the clitoris that has a lot of the nerve endings, and you actually come there, and then the penetration leading with the intimacy is where you guys then connect. You know, that has always been my assumption of why, and so for women it seems like it's an all-encompassing experience.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an all-encompassing experience
Yes.
for women's sex, and then for us, it's the nut.
It not to cut you off, Des, but you see, it's not to say you can then stop the sex at foreplay. Like just because now we've done all,
Yes.
we still need to get to
That part too.
yes, for it to
To feel
tie up together.
Yes,
And
yes.
so it's not to say one
one is better
is
than the
better
other.
than the other.
Yeah, it's
But
all-encompassing. You need the whole
it's great that sizogqibela ngepenetration apho
It's almost
siyakhona.
like it's almost like you know
You needed coffee.
So because if I didn't need the penetration,
Yeah.
then after I've come at the foreplay part, then
it would
the sex
end.
would be done for me.
it's like
But
cooking, bro.
I'm especially looking forward to bana apho sisaya khona.
Yeah, where we go.
Yes.
It's like cooking, right? So like when you enjoy the process of cooking, like from designing the dish that you think about to going to the shelf and grabbing it, like deciding is it woolworths, is it yabo, you know, to laying it out, so zenza. of course, the pinnacle or the peak is going to be the actual eating.
Yes.
But like you were saying, but also eating signals the end of the process. Though it is we were building up to this moment, but it was also very nice when we were doing all the choosing of the fresh veggies, the this versus this, yabo.
Yes.
Because you don't rush the process.
Sure.
So we enjoy the actual food and the process of thinking about the food and the process of getting the ingredients.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, man.
And you know, njobo khuluma what's this, foreplay. Ne? I'm sure as Jen sitting here, we've heard the importance of foreplay, you know, to women and what. But you know, after a while, because I like to think about these things, it's okay, I'm gonna see when fair. You know, as much as women understand the importance of foreplay, like they really do. Joba will show the clit, 4,000 plus nerve endings and all of that. You know, for a person on understanding engago, or was it foreplay important? Women don't give as much foreplay as they should be giving. They really don't.
So they don't give, they just
They
want
don't
to
give, they just want to receive.
Yabo, senzoba akuna research ethizeni conductile, but from my personal experiences and chats I've had with the brews, girls don't put it.
My nigga,
E3, yabo.
My nigga, I feel you because one of the thing women have, man, they expect you to come hard.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, we expect as soon as we can have I'm already rock hard.
yeah, not satisfied.
Yeah.
What led to this? Just because you are like this, no.
How about Ian?
Yeah, Barry come sucked to bed. How do I get this?
What?
Hey, come hard and come sucked hard.
You know, Because after a point, now I want to be serenaded.
Yeah.
I want you to serenade me. You know, run me a bath or send me a nude. Hey, yo, daddy, titty, something. Build me up.
Build me up to the hard on, man.
Yes, you know, and I think we need to balance. All the time.
Hey, bro,
But when you don't-
Baumakala blind. Once she
And then
takes
they
off
sh-
your pants,
and then
how?
they shame
Why
you.
are you not hard?
Wow.
Who was supposed to get it hard?
Why is it my job?
My nigga, who was supposed to get it hard? My nigga, yeah, make away.
Have you seen how they
This shit is waiting for you.
They shame that shit.
Are they shaming?
Because
You go like, it's gonna go inside of you.
I'm gonna get it hard, my nigga. Like, dog, have you seen a girl take off your pants and just run?
Hey, and then, hey, what do you mean? And then,
What do you mean?
I found you dry.
Yeah.
I found you dry.
And I made it wet. So, yeah.
I love the pushback, man.
You don't find it dry, Tamang. The anticipation.
Aye, not all the time, bruh.
But I need to tabang with something. Textile, what yo girl, let's
Into
wara,
kuzokwenza
wara.
yona mangifika
He
lapho.
acted on, you know. I find it very attractive, you know, when a girl will faki action yana naye. Yabo. Bengithi ngiyahamba ngidonsa ngebro ngiyelekte wena. What are you doing? You know,
Exactly,
it's nice.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
man.
I think Abo sister now need to start doing that more.
Yeah.
Taking charge.
Taking charge, you know. And then look, I've heard a lot of chats where Abu Chere will say, no man, I'm out here. Their egos, they don't want you to do certain things. They feel. So my chat is always, if this is your partner and you can't talk to them, you have a wrong partner to begin off with.
Yeah.
Because what's the point? When I saw a lapo, find someone you can express yourself to, and then we all just do.
Or, not that you're with the wrong partner, or if it can't take this guy's partner to change his ways, who must it take? You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
Because if this is a safe space, even kula ngumuntu wakho,
Yes.
ngizokhona ubani.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to be a safe space.
That's why side chicks sometimes win. Yeah, that's why sometimes side chicks win. Because kukhula jwang, until somebody, not only side chicks, even with niggas, bro, like your woman looks nice, walks out the door, and then when she gets to work, the security guard says, oh, you know, maybe she was doing her singles is all. She actually remembers, actually my man didn't compliment me. So I'm saying even men.
Yeah?
I know.
So even men.
Sure.
Yeah, but then the next thing, that's why your woman starts giving an audience to somebody
To
outside
someone
the
else.
relationship.
Yeah.
Word, man, I hear
Because where you're not playing
Because
your role.
you're not appreciating the small things that make her, that accentuate her femininity.
Yes.
But there's a flip side to that.
Yeah?
A lot of men, I don't know if it's most or not, have a certain level of self-imposed respect they have for their women or wives, where they reserve
Bobodu.
sexual kink for other women and not for the women in the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a very big problem.
It's a big
on its
problem.
own.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
You know, because manje icherako wena awispenki. Because why?
Because she's my wife.
Yabo, and manje umntana abantu ufuna ukuspenkwa.
Word, my
No,
nigga.
this is bring up an important thing because which goes back to like the education part. And I think Mbadi was also mentioning Noguti, when I asked you, do you tell a man what you want? And he says, no, I don't, but I will encourage if he's, because now it means she goes with this as a gamble. Yabo? So she might say, I like this position. I'm hoping this nigga in his arsenal of position, he's playing this one in.
Yeah.
But she's not going to lead with say, because to her, maybe she might feel like,
It's too forward.
not too forward, or she's conservative, right? But she's hoping this thing will happen. Yeah. But maybe it doesn't happen. Yeah. But she never said her intentions clear.
Yes.
Nami, you might find that I wanted to bring this thing Nam too in my arsenal, but I made a value judgment. I said, "Umbali muntu asesontweni man." Yabo. Mangathi, yabo.
Yeah.
So now you now have two people. I enjoy this thing. I wanted it to be done, but I made a judgment call on certain,
Yes.
you
Yeah,
know.
matrix.
Now she likes this thing, but she feels like, yo, lento thing is fair. You get it? Then two people walk away from a sexual experience where they are both not fulfilled.
Yeah.
Umutule meyane ana omanya nyatsi ya monna
Okay.
are na hajwe mutshare
Are-
are na hajwe
Hajwe
mutshare. You
motshehare.
sent that video, man.
Yeah. Ujwa Absu fell.
What was it saying?
It must have been a long time ago. I think I remember vaguely.
Okwaka nyatsi
Eh.
uritsa nyatsi ka mkhwele le sefebe ka teng o jwa motshare.
Because there's no night for you to be fucked
So-
in. At night, this nigga is a wife.
I'm saying that to say that le bona bo mfumahadi they also have a certain
Uppity. They uppity as
They
well.
bear hodimo, and the same as Majito, because Majito sheba mme wa ka tlung ke mme wa bana ba ka yona e tlomitsa ntho tse
Tunusa.
ya bona. And ba bang and hona le meditse ding tse tla o etsa hore no se ka ntunisitsa I
it's
just
fair.
fair just ka fair.
I can
Yeah. So it's all these things we get taught, man. So it's cool. I would njengathi ukudunusa ukuthi bodunusa isifebe or uzongifakela amabhadi. Mara mfethu ibhadi wayo ungabi nalo kwestrip
Yeah,
club.
man. Yeah, man.
Or when you're busy with your side, you know. And I think, Ash, because we forget. I don't know. I think even in dating, we forget ukuthi our people are still people. I want to setting where people go into relationships now. They want to take ownership of you don't own the next person.
I think you're not adding here ownership. Hey, it fucks us up.
Yeah, own so you do things together, you explore things together. Because now, once you feel like you are own entities in, you want to mold it, and okay, this is the perfect wife. Ngoba dunusi. Mara manje njoba dunusi, awufuna dunusi. She wants to. Mara njoba dunusi, there's a part of her sexually that she is
That's
not
unfulfilled.
getting,
Yeah,
that she needs.
That gets unfulfilled.
That's fine. The Autenzi Karin will speak because life is fair. Life is fair. So yeah, so life is fair. So Buna la baba,
Batla mharika msana hao.
it's fine because I can't when I muthu mo.
Alright, man. I want to find out, man. Because I heard you just allude to some of these toys, man. So I want to hear some of the toys that are
Popular?
specific. Yeah, no, specific for men. Okay. Specific for women and specific for couples. For
couples.
Okay. Yeah. Like what are just off the top of your head? You know, what are some of the things that, because I wanna, like, when I think of sex toys, like a lot of the industry has been female focused.
Female oriented,
Yeah, like hey, I get a lot of sex toys that are aimed for men.
For men.
Yeah. So what are some of these things that?
So truth is, Vele, there aren't a lot of toys for men. You know, however, there are toys that, you know, maybe some gents don't know. But one of the biggest songs about Ayunkinto from like sales and mm okay, what goes kakhulu. Male enhancers.
Male
Pills,
enhancers.
you know, coffees, teas, whatnot. Those go a lot.
Yeah, niggas want
Enhancing what?
Yeah.
The dick or the vigor?
erection.
The erection.
The erection and the vigor, okay.
Yeah, boy, those sell a lot.
You got those, man?
And then, I got you.
Hang on,
It's
sorry.
bar.
Umsebenzi around is just to keep you hard. It's not to make you perform better.
By perform, I mean
I
like
don't know
energy
what
wise.
your performance would have been like without. Like, if you're taking this thing, is it just to ensure or to sustain an erection? Is that the sole
No,
purpose?
there's
of-
two, I think.
Okay.
So even with endurance,
Yes.
is over corner. Because you become extra horny. You want you always and your erections are
vigor,
harder.
yeah.
Yes. So that's what they do.
So I think, to go back to Mbali's point, the thing is, unganginikeza ikara fast. If I go to my hydraulics and blah, 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 but I'm still a bad driver.
yeah.
So you don't want to enhance performance.
Yes.
But the thing is, with those things, inherently there will be something good about it. It will be faster, which is what you want. But maybe the control and certain things might not be there. But by virtue of taking an enhancer, there will be some sort of benefit.
Yes.
Like speed,
Yeah.
agility.
I ask this because let's say you don't have an erection problem. You have a
Stamina.
Ejaculation. quick.
yes,
Yeah.
you've got an early ejaculation problem. Ipilisi ethathwa ngumuntu one early ejaculation nomuntu who struggles to sustain an erection. Ipilisi efanayo.
Oh yes, oh, I hear what you're asking. Because sometimes after ejaculation, amanyama pipi awami as fast as amanyama pipi.
So you don't get
others will
quicker
take long.
back, yeah.
You don't get back quicker.
Yeah.
But now with this, because you like forever ready, you can come now. You can still
And
get
then
hard now.
ke kenya ke
Come,
reng
but your erection
Since
is
ke kenya
so hard.
ke
The
reng.
erection is still
But
there.
we
So
change
with
that.
that prolonged erection.
Yeah. Since ke kenya ke reng.
Okay,
Yeah.
man.
Eh, since ke kenya ke reng bien.
According to you, which pill do you wish man would take based on the deficiencies that you found in your experiences? Yeah, because that's maybe a better question to say. Because yeah, man. The reason I'm saying this is that I go back to what I'm saying because teenagers are machita. Because teenagers are machita. Yeah, because teenagers are machita. Sometimes we could be taking the wrong pill because, like I'm saying, we are focusing on the organ. Yeah, but then she might say, but my unfulfilled things that maybe I don't generally find men who can get it up, but they can't get quick. Second round can be problem.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what she mostly encounters.
But the problem is to say if utatele pills, it means that the first round I pay bra ogo because
Oh, sharp.
okusele pills. So it means even if I had a problem, yeah, early ejaculation, that's already been eliminated.
Yeah.
Now the problem, yobana, maybe it doesn't, you don't get hard, like it's on soft.
Yeah.
Regardless of everything that has been attempted at stage, that's also already been eliminated. But ke ngoku mhlambi le ndlela ondenza ngayo ayikho is not
Mhlawumbe inkinga iku-sex game.
Hey, like,
then it's a sex
mhlambi
game,
nje uyanhlohla lento but it's not
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
technique.
it's not
Yeah.
Mono wa seya fela.
Yeah, mono is a sex
yeah,
game.
so jwale ke like ke sebetsa jwang ha ile jwalo, like what would a person have to
Yabo lapho, it goes back to
what
what
you
you
want.
mentioned earlier on. Guti, you don't generally discuss or talk about how you want it. So I think that's where the conversation comes in now. Uguti, mina kahle kahle, I like
so manje
this type of
sengithengile
sex.
le pills still safuneka sikhulume
Yeah. You gotta talk, bro.
sengize nayo lento
You gotta talk, bro.
hey
After spending money, we still have to talk.
sengize nayo
Yeah.
dileng
I hope you understand how men feel.
hey
I've already spent money on you. Something is cool.
like manje sikhulumani
But I guess that's
bra
why Mjitana Achore is education and talking and communication. He mentioned that very early. The communication is one of those pillars.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, so okay, that number one.
Yeah, male enhancers.
Yeah, male enhancers go a lot. Pocket pussies.
Yeah.
Those sell as well. You know,
Why is it called pocket?
it's pocket sized.
so you can take
Tingana
it to
just
work
kwam.
It's like the most popular one, the most popular pocket pussy is a flashlight.
Okay.
So it's shaped like a flashlight.
flashlight.
Okay.
There's got a cap at the top. So when you open the cap, there's like a vagina.
Or it's a
there.
pocket. Ufaka into a pocket. That's the concept.
Dick pocket.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, because I'm thinking when you say pocket, it's like something I can always have in my pocket. Like, it fits in the pocket. Or,
That's what I also thought.
Hey,
Don't
yeah.
worry,
Can
I
you
thought
have
the
people
same thing.
pocket annual.
And some of these pocket pussies are palm size.
Oh, it's like-
like come I sharp in pocket.
Oh, so like they pocket sized.
Yeah. So the most popular one is like a
flashlight one.
flashlight. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's called a flashlight. So it has a cap, and then you can penetrate there. At the back, it's for cleaning purposes. So it's got another opening. And you can just wash it
cement.
down.
Yeah, okay.
Some of them vibrate. Others have earphones where you can record your partner moaning or whatever.
Okay.
Already the earphone, connect Bluetooth, and then you can masturbate listening to that. Yabo.
And is it silicon? Kada,
Yeah, it's silicone.
like flesh. Ne?
Yeah. Silicone comes in different colors.
Do you use that with gel?
Yeah, with lubricant.
With
Definitely,
lubricant,
yeah.
okay.
Lubricants, the better, the better. And then those also come in like models now. You can get like a life-size sex doll.
Yeah,
Some of them
we've seen
look,
those, yeah.
some of them look really creepy. I'm not gonna lie. They look very real, but they
Yeah,
move,
tools,
and even the weight up to
heavy.
like, yeah, I've seen one mama 70 something kilos. Umuntu ophelele, you know.
Come on, where do I keep that? Mfethu? Ke re ke a bona mbale o bula. Dole ya ka se wa ga.
Man.
So okay, we've also got those.
Yeah.
And then another thing that
That's popular for niggas.
I've seen a lot of niggas gravitate towards too is now like the cuffs, the ropes, the whips, blindfolds.
On them being cuffed.
Or to you.
I'm saying them like
sales
purchase, purchase.
Purchase
As a
wise.
purchaser. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So I know gents are actually buying those a lot now. So the bondagey,
Yeah.
kinky type of things.
Dominating.
Yeah.
It's a man thing.
It's a man thing. And what's this? Cock rings.
Cock rings, yeah.
Yeah, cock
Yeah,
rings
I've
as
heard
well.
of a cock ring, yeah.
Yeah, so there's one here. Okay, this one's not a vibrating one. The black things here.
I'm
Those
not
three-
touching a cock ring.
No man.
Oh, I thought it's a hairband.
Yeah, so this is a cock ring. So what it does, it restricts blood flow.
Oh.
So it don't come quick.
harder, longer erections.
Harder, longer erections.
Yeah, so when your dick is hard, then just put it around.
you just
the
put
dick
it
at the
around
end. And these have been
At the
around-
base there, you put it at the base.
Yeah. And these have been around for a very long time. So back in the day, what they'd use as a cock ring is goat skin. The ways of say on the call is
Part, yeah.
They cut that and keep it at a size they know okay sharp. And then when it's time to, they know they're gonna have sex soon, they put it in hot water. It expands. They put it on their penis, then it contracts, then it holds the penis, and then
You talk blood and you
Shapa lolololo.
and then you go. So those are like the really popular ones for
men, innit?
for men. Yabo. And then when it comes to women's toys, number one is always clit stimulation toys.
Some vibrators.
Yeah, more than penetrative toys.
Yeah, okay.
Yabo. Yeah, clit stimulation is always number one.
So these sort of things.
Okay, so that's a remote controlled egg.
Oh.
Yabo, so that you can use on a date. So you insert it like a tampon,
Sure.
and then you can control with the remote.
removed.
Okay.
Yeah,
When the remote,
yeah, you can control with the remote.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would like that. That's
but
nice.
but the best toy in here that goes clit stimulation.
Clit stimulation
And then you have
toys.
favorites in the clit stimulation. We have the suction ones, which will be the rose, and then another really popular toy is a wand. I'm sure a lot of people have seen wands on porn. No, the other one. Which one? This one? Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people have seen wands on porn movies. Or, so a wand is shaped like a microphone. So back in the, those sports massagers, man. The big
Yeah,
ones?
yeah.
So they started using those as clit stimulators, and like one of the best toys ever.
Best selling.
Yeah. And the nice thing with this is you can use this with your partner, or even with another toy. You can penetrate while stimulating your clit. With
Okay.
yeah, alana.
Yeah, you can't go wrong there.
Awungenza nje.
Ibaba.
Lapho wena wedding.
So you can't go. So women favor mainly clit
stimulation over penetration.
Penetration.
From what I've seen.
Yeah, what you've seen.
Yeah.
Sure.
well,
Trends. Sure.
Yeah, so those are the popular toys. And then there are,
For couples,
for couples, you get what's called a Wii Vibe.
we vibe.
Yeah,
okay.
Wii Vibe, that's like number one. A Wii Vibe.
Sounds nice. We vibe, yeah.
Yeah, a Wii Vibe is number one.
So it's pana jwang, Wii Vibe?
It's shaped like usinyana so. Yabo. So you insert it, the one part goes into the vagina,
Yeah.
the other part sits on the clit.
On the clit.
So it's sitting there. Yabo. So it's nakona it presses against the G spot. So you can penetrate while it's in that
Inside.
position.
Oh, okay.
So the part that's inside you, when you penetrate, it pushes up on the G spot and it's vibrating on the clit. So you feel the vibrations on your penis. She feels the vibrations.
Hey, that sounds amazing.
That's
dog.
That's a dope toy.
Yeah,
a
that sounds amazing.
That toy is too clean. And I want to look with technology. I want to progressing. The toys are also just very crazy, you know.
Yeah.
So there's a toy where it's a male masturbator, ne? Like a pocket pussy, but it's that thing. So, and then your partner can be anywhere in the world, and then he or she has like a ring. About motion sensor ring.
Yeah.
So if they move their hand up and down, the machine on the other side moves up and
It's
down.
so.
So the faster you go, the faster it goes that side.
Hey,
The world is solving for sex. Bro.
Hey, gotcha, Joe.
There is no reason why lefito.
Yeah,
Yeah, but and those are also app-based.
dog.
I've just
That is nuts, dog.
I've just thought of something sick. So you say the ring
Yeah,
It's connected to the thing.
is connected to the device, Askisim.
yeah,
It's connected to the device.
yeah.
So whichever way I move my hand,
Yes.
It sends a signal
it
to
sends a
the
signal,
The same.
Yeah.
to the suction.
machine. Yeah, to the suction pump.
regardless of what type of movement I make.
Yeah.
I could be going about my day if I'm walking.
Then it will move
It'll
in that
move.
pace.
But obviously, it also communication things. We figure that things.
Yeah,
And then highlight.
connected. And then there's a sex machine, a fuck machine that also works the same way. So it's all app based, so you can even see each other. So she's wherever, and then when you move, the machine moves at that pace.
At that pace.
So the same ring, let's say it's like a cock ring, you fucking your pocket pussy at a certain pace. That
She's
dick,
controlling
that
the
side
motion,
will
yeah.
move
Will
according
move
to
that pace.
to that motion, and to that pace.
Yeah.
Rather,
Gotcha, dog.
yeah. So
Ah,
that's-
Having said that, the downsides of this thing, because yes, we
Gain more. We gain more.
Yeah, I wanted to say, are we also not feeling like, is there some research that's been done, would see like maybe there are some people where you can introduce something to the relationship and then the toy takes over.
That's the biggest concern abantu abaningi abanayo,
Yeah.
you know. But nakhona I always say uthi sex toys are not a replacement, rather an addition
Enhancer.
to the sexual experience.
Yeah, they enhance.
You understand? Because there's no ways a pocket pussy can replace a human being. There's absolutely
Yeah,
no way.
or a dildo
Or
replace a
dildo.
penis.
That's why I always get so worried when like niggas will be like, this thing's gonna take my woman. Like, dog, if you're scared that silicone, a piece of plastic, is gonna take your woman, she was gonna be taken.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
Because sometimes I think as human beings, there's still other senses, man. The sense of touch, smells.
Yeah. Yes.
And that counts to the sex. Because there's a
counts to the
certain
sex.
scent of a woman.
Yes.
But sometimes, even if I can have a doll, but I want a scent.
I want a certain scent.
Yeah, bo.
So and look, when it comes to maybe being addicted
Yeah.
to masturbation, because you don't need a toy to be addicted to masturbation or have some sort of sex problem. Those things happen, but you can't say because of a toy. Yeah, but it could be
It
for
was
whatever.
already something innate when you
Yes.
already maybe had an addictive personality.
Yeah.
And then you just so happened to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
addicted to
Yeah.
now this
Because
masturbation.
what I'm
Yes,
trying
like
to-
a porn addiction, for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
You know.
Because what I'm trying to get at, which is probably a lot of, there are things like mhlabeni that can present themselves not as ills, but as,
as a solution.
no, not as a solution. Like, let's say, things that we know have a dark element to them. So let's say stalking or uglandelela. So sometimes a woman can get attention just based off of the fact that you want to fuck her. You see what I'm saying? Which can be positive if she's a person that feeds attention. Yabo? But it's negative, obviously, if umuntu ongamlimaza. Yabo? Yabo? So sometimes what I'm trying to say is that we might get to a point which could be good or bad, where if Umbali is only getting attention because of her ass, ne? Replacing a toy, where man like I have an option of not going for Mbali. Ne? I can just go for my pocket pussy. Ne? There's something that happens in her ecosystem too, where now that attention that helps us to function sometimes as human beings at a psychological level does go away. But the positive side is that obviously it can take things down like rape. Yeah, but you see where I'm going with it? There could be pros and cons.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, I kind of get where you're going with the conversation. I kind of get it, but not entirely. Because now, my thinking is, Uguti, aren't all of us as individuals have a choice? Esiyenzayo. So, for example, so I'm not going to say, like for the rape one, for example, Uguti, yo, this toy is helping me avoid. It can't work like that. You get what I'm trying to say?
But I think it
Uguti, when
can.
a self-control. No, actually, no. I mean, I don't think.
Okay, listen to what I'm saying.
Pocket pussy.
Yeah, okay, listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying the thing about sex, outside of it as a physical activity, sex is an energy too, right? So I'm saying, Umbali, as a woman, sometimes there's an attention that she gets purely on the fact that she's sexually attractive.
Yes.
Right? Whether that, but I'm saying that sexual attention can be both positive and negative. When I was using a negative extreme, like you can be stalked, you can potentially raped, whatever. But then there's a certain validation we use out in a sex energy. Like let me a simple example. Like I had this former boss that used to say, you know, there was a consulting company that came because niggas were not performing. They were sales guys, yabo. And then they brought in a female consultant, yabo, to pose as a new team member, yabo. Ngoba umuntu omuhle yabo. Niggas, because they wanted her attention, they improved their work rate.
Performed. Sure.
Because there's a thing about sexual energy that can also be positive.
Yes.
Yabo. So
Yes.
I'm saying an over reliance sometimes on toys, yabo. I could be wrong. This is just coming up as a rough thought. That amati dawasangi. Yabo. Amati dawasangi the way. Like the courting as well. Because courting is also fueled by sexual energy. Yabo. Like niggas are saying because like I got a pocket pussy, bro.
I hear what you're saying, but now you see that thing is very short-lived.
Yeah.
It's very short-lived. Let me tell you how. You know, it's like there's this girl. I live in the south. There's a girl in Randburg. Yo, it's 10 o'clock. That drive. As in, I think Skomore, then you'll have that post-nut clarity. It's very short-lived.
Yeah.
Because it's also mega. About 8 o'clock in the morning, it's a new day. So you're not gonna continuously almost masturbate to stop yourself from doing something. It is in. You get what I'm trying to say?
At some point you wanna
At some point you're gonna want to do
so
it.
now it goes back to the chat Yoguti. A toy can't replace another
Human
person.
touch, yeah.
Yabo. So let's forget it. It's toys. I would say the point of it is to jerk off to feel a certain thing.
Yeah.
So even if you're using your hand or you're humping a pillow or whatever, that's serving its purpose. Lapo.
Yeah.
It's
At
not
some point-
replacing sex. It's not.
But angithi porn now on the side effect ukuthi there are people when they're addicted to porn, then they end up neglecting their partners. I do see that even in sex toys, that I see how that can also arise.
Yeah.
Where I can focus more on the pocket pussy because
Tabang, I'm thinking of it in the opposite.
Okay.
One of those 72 kilogram,
Sex dolls.
toys, yeah.
those are the ones I'm a bit concerned about, because if you're able to interact with something of that nature, it's a life-sized, human-sized woman that is lifeless. You know, then you starting to charter
It gives me peace. It doesn't chat back.
some other territory now. Now you're able
There's
to
a psychology to it.
derive pleasure from lifeless.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one that has me a bit.
And what I'm saying is that I'm just saying in your education, obviously when I'm out there, I learned to like you were not starting off as a researcher, as a sex what. I'm just saying we need to be cognizant of certain. There are certain social rules to things and psychological rules that are unwritten. Like that's what I'm saying with women create, in as much as some in this climate of being woke, like there are people who who function on the fact that they are sexually wanted.
Yes.
And then to them, they can see introducing this thing as a threat.
Yeah.
And that's a real thing.
Sure.
Yeah, and then there are niggas that are too shy to pursue people. And then their social skills where, like for example, bruh, at some point, you gotta talk to a woman because you gotta have a nut, right? So I'm saying,
Then maybe some boy might not even see a need to cross that bridge.
So, and you're right when you keep bringing back with, no, this thing don't replace human beings. Because you still need a social skills of picking up a woman.
You still- you
There's
still
there's still a skill about picking up a woman.
Yeah.
Tell me, do guys ever pop the pill and like it doesn't work?
Nah.
I don't know.
Is it like does it work every time? Every time you've taken the
No,
pill?
I think
the
there are
pill.
some pills that kidicharara. You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
get sold a pill that is
The
ineffective.
pills I use, they work every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
I asked this because
Every time.
I bought
Every
those
time.
drops, ne?
Yeah.
And then I thought maybe I was just having a bad day. I bought these drops. I thought it was maybe I was just having a bad day. And then I tried them again, and these drops are supposed to help women.
Yes.
These are women drops.
Okay.
Right? So when you're on contraceptives, it sometimes may affect
Your libido.
Your libido. So these pills are supposed to right the wrongs of the contraceptives.
Contraceptives, yeah.
So I bought them and then I wanted to try them out to see
If you'll feel
bana,
different.
is it gonna make me feel some type of way or whatever? And it didn't. So then I thought maybe it's because I'd been drinking that day. I'll try it again on a day that I'm not drinking.
But let me ask you this, because with the male pills, ne, I can still take it, but I still need sexual stimulation to get.
Kaloku, this was a one-man show. I was doing this on myself. I was going to have sex with myself. So it wasn't like I'm getting ready.
Okay.
see,
But
like
did
I'm
you
doing
try
type
to
situation.
arouse yourself?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
That's what I'm
same
getting.
way I would any other way,
Any
any
other
other
way.
day.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to see bania sebenza manyana nalendo.
Yes, so it
Because
works different
I'd heard
for women.
reviews about it, so that I wanted to see or I wanted to experience what is so great about this
Yeah.
thing.
And it didn't work.
And it didn't work.
It didn't work
Yeah.
for you.
I tried it initially when I had been drinking, and then I thought maybe the alcohol cancels out the effect of
Yeah.
whatever this drop is
The
supposed
efficacy,
to do.
yeah.
And then I tried it sober,
Didn't work.
and it
still didn't work.
still didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they work differently for men and women because actually these pills, what they do, they promote blood flow. You understand? To the parts that that's why you feel the feeling
Yes.
of being aroused. So, and I always say this, like, there's this pink pill that was doing the rounds.
Yeah,
oh,
it
pink
was
pill,
getting
what. And I tell people this is not a magic pill, you know. So the best way to describe it is, you know, the feeling you get when you've had 2-3 glasses of wine, where you're feeling, you know. And some pills, these pills for women, gakulu, you need some sort of stimulation to get there. And also, if you don't need it, also effect.
Effect,
You understand? So if you always, your performance is fine, your dick is okay, taking it won't make a difference because you won't feel good unless you have a...
In my mind, it's like, you know, when you're an athlete, you can run. But if you take steroids, then you run even faster than you would have without the steroids. So it's not to say, beginning, I wanted to see what it's like to take
Yeah.
steroids.
I think it's hard happy to measure that thing in women, because I wonder with men.
She needs harder drugs.
Yeah. Because I wanna Bali, like with us, with men, like I know how I am post nut, right? So on a pill, I know when I'm on a pill and I'm still hard, I know that's the pill.
That's the pill, yeah.
I know it's an easy measure for me.
So maybe I must try it when I'm
Yeah.
going to have real sex and
Yeah,
see.
yeah, and see what.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to measure for niggas.
Yeah, because Abanya would say, because it's not like the pill will make you wet, but it could get you very, very, very horny.
Yeah.
Because horny doesn't necessarily, like very horny doesn't equate to very wet.
Wait,
Yeah,
no,
you
I need
see,
to
you
make
know,
because
you see.
I'm already horny, so I'm wanting to see if I take this thing, is it going
Like
to
the levels
take my
higher
horniness
horny.
upstairs?
Yeah.
But it felt
Normal.
like the
Yeah.
normal level of horny
That
I
you are
get.
normally-
Like
yeah.
maybe
Yeah, maybe you take it before sex. I don't know. Yeah, because it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to measure for women.
I'll bring you the pink pill. I'll give you the pink pill.
And you try that one.
Then you'll try it, then you'll...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, because whenever we've tried them, yellow, red, blue. I got try.
So with all of this being said, you know, via sex and relationships and what, I think the most important thing, like the best place to start is with self.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, once you understand yourself and you almost learn yourself, because actually learning yourself and loving yourself and all those things, it's a journey that you go through, you know. But the more you know about yourself, the less bullshit you can take.
Yeah.
You know, and that also helps in the relationship.
Yeah.
It really helps in the relationship, whether your sexual relationship.
And then you even know how to, you know, avenues to look to improve once you know yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you won't be intimidated by things like Honey Bun, Honey Bun, and so you know what I'm saying. All right, man.
Yeah, you know, because I know self-understanding is so important, because now it also alleviates certain things, you know, like even getting addicted to a certain thing. Because as a person, you know yourself. When you can see, man, I'm drinking too much, no. Because you care and you're cognizant, and it's at the forefront, you always kind of stop, because it's easy for a person to fall into certain things. You can fall into gambling, but once you at the point before I go into work, I can't not watch a porn video. You can see
Becoming a problem.
it's becoming a problem.
All right, man. Then where can our people find your stuff? I know they can find them
On
at
Uzuri, they're gonna be listed, I think.
on Uzuri, you have a vendor page there. Where else can they?
Sure, you know website?
Yeah, so okay, the best place, the easiest place, we know, if you have questions and whatever, just to communicate, would be Instagram.
Okay.
And that's Honey Bun ZA.
Honey Bun ZA.
Yeah. So
You
Honey
can,
Bun
I
ZA.
got Shaka DM.
Yeah, you can DM, and you know, and then for the toys, you can order on Instagram or on the website honeybun.com.
Or on the Uzuri.
Or on Uzuri.
Yeah,
yes.
No. Shout outs,
Alapo,
man.
you get everything, and people mustn't be scared to ask questions if you're not sure. You know, there's no shame.
There's no shame in asking.
There's no shame. You know, if you want to know how anal plugs work,
yeah,
don't
yeah,
worry.
Yeah, hey,
Oh, why
yeah. I guess they say there's a G spot. Yeah,
For men.
yeah. They say there's just.
I was going to ask, you know, like,
They say just a
how big is
G-spot.
pegging in South Africa?
That's a thing. That's a thing.
I was wondering if there's a dual one where if it's connected to a woman, it's also connected to it.
There's VAR.
And that fashion.
There's VAR. There's VAR.
Sex is mania. I can see why sex is supposed to be private, bro.
Nah, man. All right, man. Shout outs, man. It was great having you around. I think this was a very productive combo around sex
Thanks,
and
I like,
and toys.
For me, bro, I like the fact that you're not, even though you are selling sex toys, you're not trying to make it a raunchy business, because that's the mistake that maybe people do, bro. Like there's a story,
He's selling education.
there's a narrative, how you came about it, the education element, like we think serious. So I like that, because other people, when they sell sex toys,
Especially when it's a guy selling.
Yeah.
Because guys are
So
nasty,
big up.
man. Man, there's a respectability there, and you're
shout
selling
out.
education. For me, sharp.
Yeah.
Feels like you're selling education, and then the toys are just an accessory
Yeah,
to
with
that.
I, just
You
to
know what
keep-
I'm
Yeah,
saying?
so
Cherry
maybe
on
next time maybe we will have you again screaming it or because sex is always an everyday topic.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And shout outs,
Thanks,
man.
man. And all
Thanks
the
to
best.
you, gents. Thanks to you, gents.
Hola.
Easy.
Aware.
I think we can pause this, man. G.
Ha ke takalatse, ha ke tonose.
Catch the rest of this episode on Patreon.